All right, so I just want to make this video really quick because I was thinking about it. This is how you prime your brain for success. Now, walking right now, walking down the stairs, having a good day. If you like the video, go ahead and subscribe. Anyway, so priming your brain for success. This is what that looks like. All right, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my morning as well so you have a good understanding. So this morning, I woke up and I was excited. I was like, let's go. Let's go. It's another work day. We're going to make some money, close some deals. We're going to help some people out. We're going to do what we got to do. I was excited. I am going to make it happen today. That's what I said. And then I got up and I took my dog for a walk. And I was thinking to myself, I'm grateful that I get to have today and I get to work today and do everything in my power to become more successful. To make good things happen. And then I went and got a coffee. And when I got my coffee, I was sipping on that coffee, having a good time. I was like, this coffee's awesome. This day is great. Look at this beautiful weather outside. And then I came home and there was this girl and she was walking, close by, like by my house. And I looked at her and I said, good morning. How's your day going? And she said, my day's going good. And I said, that's epic. I'm really happy that you're having a good day. And she was like, thank you. And then I walked inside and I was like, I just put a smile on that person's face. And I'm very happy that that person is now happy. And so I sat down, I started working, and I was like, let's get to it, And I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that when you're trying to become successful, when you're trying to build something, you're not going to be able to build it with negative thoughts, right? And so this is the whole, I talk about manual thoughts on my page a lot. And it's not that you're like sitting in the mirror saying, I am this, I am this, I am that. You're basically allowing yourself to feel good about your situations and manually telling yourself that everything's going to work out and it's going to be fine and everything's great. And so when you say these things to yourself over and over again, your brain starts to take those manual thoughts and then turn them into automatic thoughts. And so you don't have to, there's certain things like today's a beautiful day. I don't have to implement that into my mind anymore. That is what it's looking like outside. There's my setup over there. That is what it's looking like outside. No, you can't see very well, but it is a beautiful day. But even on a rainy day, I'm like, today's a beautiful day. I always find a way to make the day beautiful. But that's because for years, I've been telling myself it's a good day. Now, some people can't operate unless the day is sunny and beautiful outside. I don't know if you're like this, but I've known people like this in my life where if it's rainy, they're just going to automatically have a bad day. Why? Right? But I've primed my brain to believe that no matter what the weather conditions are, I'm going to have a good day and I enjoy this weather. And after time of manually telling myself, it's a nice day, even if it didn't feel that way, even if it was rainy and thunderstorming or whatever, I started to believe that. And so now I don't have to tell myself, oh, it's a nice day. I just believe it. And so now I no longer operate under the guise that the weather's nice outside. I operate every day the same because every day is a good day and I'm happy to be alive. And so the point I'm trying to make with this video is, if you're trying to rewire your brain for success, you have to always manually implement thoughts that would push you forward. In the gym, you're hitting a workout. I love this workout. This workout's great. This is awesome. Let me get one more rep. Squeeze it really tight, right? You start to tell your brain to act this way. And so then those thoughts eventually become automatic. Now you're in the gym all the time and you're happy. Right? This is why it's not manifestation. This is not standing in front of the mirror saying, I am a successful person. It's just believing you're successful. Look at your surroundings. I'm successful. I live in a nice apartment. I make really good money. I'm 23 years old. I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I have a beautiful dog. I have a beautiful family. I have great friends. I have great clients. I have great business. Everything's going awesome. And yeah, sometimes shit happens. Sometimes shit hits the fan and you don't have a good day. But you know what? Since you have those manual thoughts in your head, the automatic once you implement those manual thoughts in your head, the automatic thoughts start to come. And then you can't anymore be like upset about the situation. Let me give you an example. Today or 2 days ago, I closed somebody. I signed someone up for my service, and he was really interested. Everything was cool. Well, his partner comes on, and his partner was not so cool about the deal. Okay, now he was just not understanding the terms of service, and so while I'm trying to onboard the company, the partner is upset about the situation. He's confused as to what's going on, and so I told him. I realized what was going on. And I said, hey, man, I'm starting to understand now. Are you, like, not on board with this process yet? And he's like, yeah, I just don't know you. Like, he kind of just, my partner went over my head and just kind of signed this and got everything together. And I don't really understand the service, right? And so I explained it to him and everything went fine. But we're kind of back in a decision-making process. Even though they've already paid me and we've already signed a deal and we've already started working together, this guy's deciding if they want to back out now. I could sit here and be like, oh my God, they're going to back out. And if they back out, I might have to refund them. Or it's just like, so what? God gave me this opportunity to see what kind of man I'm going to be. Am I going to be able to help these people out? Or if they don't want to do it, am I going to be able to refund them the money and just say, whatever, it is what it is? And I'm willing to do whichever one. And it's not going to affect my day-to-day because I'm already so excited and happy about how everything's going. And so that's just how, I don't know, just kind of random video, but always think these manual thoughts of good things, because when you start to think good things manually, they become automatic. And then your life, you start to operate in more of abundance, not scarcity. I used to be like this all the time. Ugh, today sucks. Like, seriously, I remember I used to work at this ice cream store. And when I was working, I would always come in there. I was like, I don't want to be here. I hate my job. I'm working with so-and-so today. I don't want to work with that person. It's rainy. Like, I got to make ice cream. I don't want to do that. And I was complaining all the time. And the way I stopped that complaining was just by looking on the bright side of things. And eventually it started to become very automatic. A lot of people who know me have always said that they enjoy the fact that I always find the good in things. Because I don't complain. There's nothing to complain about. I'm alive. I woke up this morning. That's a blessing. Why would I not be happy? I have a great family. I have a great group of friends. I have a great day ahead of me. Why would I not be happy? And so always look on the bright side. Always try to find a way that you can manually implant in your brain that you're successful. Because you are successful. Because you've lived this long. You have the people in your life that you have. You have the opportunities ahead of you that you have. And then you become more abundant. And so whenever that sales call doesn't work out, or that relationship doesn't work out, or that day doesn't go the way you thought it would go, you can just look at it and say, oh, it was just a day. And you can see that it's not going to affect you as much because you're not so worried about it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you already know what to do. Like the video, subscribe, all that stuff. Just kind of random video. Have a good day. Be safe. Get the work done that you have to get done, because you're the only one that's going to do it and no one else. And then tell yourself that you're successful, and you will be.